Well, I'm not always a huge fan of apartment complexes, but this one, right here on Kirkwood, isn't so bad. Why? Well, it's certainly built to last, and they took some time and effort putting it together. I also like the fact that they lined the side of the road with indigenous trees. That's nice. I mean, some non-indigenous ones here, but I mean, the way these trees will grow really make for a nice ceiling for this road down the road. But alright, so let's look at some of the details here. They actually put some time and effort into this, even the front. I believe this building was built by CFC Cook, and even the entrance has a touch of modernism, but still, you know, it's a little bit classical as well. Interesting entrance, but just thoughtful pretty much all the way around. So Jim, what was the inspiration or the concept behind the Kirkwood?
We had this property and an opportunity to do something new and different. As you know, we specialize in older buildings, restoration and preservation, and I wanted to do something different for Bloomington, different for the Cook organization, that would bring people downtown to live downtown, that would spend the money in the community, quite frankly, but make Bloomington community part of their life, and they would influence them long term. And that's what this is all about, long term. This building will be here for many, many years to come.
Right.
And we built it that way intentionally, and we want people to live downtown, called downtown Bloomington their home.
Now, I think another interesting thing about the building is it's built on John Waldron Sr.'s land. John Waldron's home was made of brick, so I like the fact that this has incorporated some brick. Now, of course, John Waldron's home came down in the 1950s, and on this very spot, we're very near it, of course, they built a grocery store, and there were 3 generations of grocery stores here. Yeah, that kind of leads me to the next question, which, why is it, or how is it, or why was it important for you for this building to be here long term? Because we see a lot of some other buildings, and they're obviously not built for generations. This house is definitely built to stay.
Apartment living or any kind of living is lifestyle, and there are a number of people that want to live downtown, and we wanted to make sure that was available, number one. And secondarily, when we looked at this building in the neighborhood, we wanted to incorporate the neighborhood in this building. So we use limestone from the area, we use masonry, a hard surface that's going to last a long, long time. And in the design of the structure, we also created a design that I fit within the neighborhood, and was also a nice buffer between downtown Bloomington and the residential area next to Prospect Hill.
Yeah. And when I say a building is built to last, I'm sure you probably know what I mean. The difference is really, this is meant to be here for a very, very long time. It's well constructed, it's solid, it's meant to stand the test of time, and it's meant to look good. The building itself here on West 4th Street is called the Kirkwood, and it was built in 2004. Well, it looks like it was inspired by a lot of different things, but I think you mentioned earlier you did a lot of research before you built it. Can you tell us a little about that?
Absolutely. I went to New York, and while I was in New York, I took time to look at a number of apartment communities in New York City, and looked at the exterior there, and quite frankly, that's where I got the idea of these balconies. Yeah. Is in New York City, close to Central Park. Had a property there, and I thought that is a really nice look, plus it's a nice opportunity for people to get outside since you're in the downtown area and have their own private space outdoors. And also I spent time in Chicago looking at the properties in Chicago, exterior and interior as well. Most of those were older warehouse type buildings that had been converted to studios, but I still was able to get some ideas from there and utilize and incorporate it in this structure.
Again, the back looks very nice. And look, it's a real porch. Is it a giant porch? No. But unlike a lot of the apartments being built with the fake porches, sort of faux, hey look, this is almost a porch, but it's really not. These are actually porches. You can come outside, sit outside, relax, enjoy yourself. Now, you mentioned earlier you want it to be close to downtown. Were there any other, community sort of civic-minded factors that you took into account when you built the building?
Well, absolutely. One, we wanted to use local people as much as possible. And we did. We hired a number of local people from the Bloomington community area, but also we wanted to make sure that this particular property serviced the community as well as community servicing this property. And just as I said earlier, the lifestyle, people that live in this building walk downtown.
Yeah.
They most often or very often do not get an automobile and drive anywhere because they have all the conveniences they need.
Right.
They have the shopping, they have restaurants, entertainment, and arts. The farmers market is literally 2 blocks away.
That's right. Right down
and that's every Saturday throughout the summer months.
Yeah.
And so they have a tremendous amount of opportunities to walk wherever they want to.
Yeah.
And you saw it in the tour also, there were a lot of bicycles here as well. So a lot of people own bicycles here. And if they don't want to walk, they can jump on a bike. If they want to go to the campus, which is only about 4 or 5 blocks away, literally on the street, Sample Gate.
Right.
And so it's conveniently located.
Again, I like the way these trees were planted here on the sides of the road, which is kind of the classic thing to do. Once these things get larger, they should kind of form almost a canopy down this road. And that's what a lot of Bloomington roads look like in the 1880s. And this is kind of interesting as well. This little connecting alleyway here between the two buildings. It's got a little bubble on top of it. But just little tiny thoughtful things like that. This building was not designed in a rush. This was designed with some thought.
And it was a great reuse project where you had the old grocery store site here at Mace's.
That's right.
Before that,
Yep.
and had sat vacant for several years. And each time I went by it, I thought, there's an opportunity.
Yeah.
And so I seized the opportunity to do something positive.
If you had to build an apartment building next to the historical Ira Batman house, now known as the Garret, you know what? That would probably be the best way to do it. It's a big structure, but like I said, well thought out, built to last, built to serve, not built to take advantage of anything temporarily. We appreciate the tour and taking us for a look at the building, and
Beautiful.
We're really impressed by it. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Absolutely. Thank you.